White people drama has made it to my timeline. Have you guys seen that video with the lady? She got on TikTok and she was crying about how her son was invited to a 4th of July party and she got there and she was treated rude by the family and they kicked her out and then she was crying and all this other stuff. We about to get into it.
My son just opened the door and gave me a hug and said, "It's okay, Mom, it's not your fault." I don't normally post things like this, but I am absolutely humiliated. And I can't. Like, I had to hold it together for the 15 or 20 minute drive home because I didn't want the kids to be, like, completely, like, upset. So I was invited to a 4th of July party the other day by my son's best friend's mother. And I thought it was possibly like a family party or just like a neighborhood party or something, because it's like a road in the woods kind of thing where they're at the end and then her mother and her uncle and then like a couple other houses. But I don't know anybody. I'm new to this area. I just moved 1,000 miles away to be here. And so I made an antipasto salad, like this big gorgeous salad, and I asked, is there anything you want me to bring? Thank you so much. I was so gracious. I kept reiterating that. Thank you so much for like inviting me. I don't know anybody here, like and I get there and the kids get out and I grab the antipasto and I brought one beer with me because I was only going to drink one beer because I don't know, like I have kids to drive home. Honestly, never been treated like this before, and I can't like imagine like having a party at your house and treating a guest like this, even if like maybe it was a surprise. I don't know. So I walk into the house with my son's friend's mom, and I'm carrying the salad and I have my beer, and I just wanted to put the salad down and chat and introduce myself to everybody. And I guess the homeowner's name is Stasia, and her husband, I don't even know who he was. He walked by me kind of angry and like ignored me, but I was like trying to introduce myself to everybody. And her uncle, my son's friend's mom's uncle and mother were there, and they were the ones doing the fireworks, and they had like 500 rounds. And I'm just chatting, not even 5 minutes in the door, and somebody walks in the house and is like, "Are you going to introduce yourself to somebody? Like, it's really rude to walk into somebody's house and not introduce yourself." He's absolutely flipping out outside about some stranger. And I was like so confused. I looked like a deer caught in headlights because I thought I was invited. And even the mother that like invited me, she was like, "What in the world?" Like, I mentioned that she was coming. Like, okay. So, and I was like, "I'm really sorry. I don't even know whose house this is." And the girl goes, "Exactly. You shouldn't be in here." And I was like, okay. So I walk outside, and when I get out on the porch, the girl Stasia I introduced myself to, it wouldn't even look at me. She turned herself looking away on the porch, and there's all these people just angrily looking at me and like nasty. And one guy was like, "Welcome to the neighborhood. See you later." And I was like, okay. So I just dumped my beer out, and I was just like, I was totally distraught. And like, I've never been treated like that. Like, I left the salad for them. It was like probably a $40 salad. I used all the really nice Italian cut meats and like all the vegetables from my yard. I just wanted to make a good impression. And like, this is why you don't make friends in your 30s, because like, people are so nasty. And like, I literally didn't mean to intrude. I thought I was I feel absolutely horrible because I ruined my kids' 4th of July. And like, I feel like that was so unwarranted. I feel like it was just so nasty the way I was treated, and the way that they just kind of ganked like a bunch of strangers just like was standing on the porch looking at me like I was like this horrible piece of shit. "Welcome to the neighborhood. See you later." Fuck you. Like, that hurt. I'm like shaking right now. I'm thinking I'm shaking. I don't even know how to. The mother felt so bad. She was like, please, she's like, just follow me down to the driveway. And like, I took her kid with me because the kid wanted to come with me and was like, I'm not staying here. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I couldn't stop apologizing. And her mother, the kid's grandmother, came with her down, and they were like, just follow us down to the house. They gave me a whole garbage bag full of freaking fireworks, and we're like, I'm so sorry. I can't believe you were treated like that. Like, I told them, I was like just a deer caught in headlight. I didn't even know how to react, and I was like, you don't have to give me fireworks. And she's like, I can't believe you were treated like that. Oh, people are so nasty.
Now, I know what you're thinking. All right, so where's that little hussy that had this woman who made handmade antipasto in tears? What does she have to say? Is it an apology? No. Listen to this mess.
Have to, need to, or want to. I am not a mean person. My husband is not a mean person. We are not mean people. Neither is my mother-in-law. We simply did not know who this person was that come into our house unannounced to not a party. Let's clarify. This was not a party. This was a get-together of people who knew each other, okay?
Now, right about now, you guys are probably thinking what I'm thinking. The real culprit is the girl that invited you over. Because again, the meanie was being mean, but the antipasti lady, where's the girl that invited you? Well, guess what? TikTok already solved that, because here's the phone call between the girl that invited her and the girl. And apparently there's some drama over the house. Listen to this.
I was setting down food and I was chatting. Like, I didn't know that I'm not some party crasher who's coming to rob your house.
Exactly. And I even told them before you showed up, I showed Stasia the food you were bringing, so they knew that my kid and my kid's parents, my kid's friends' parents were coming. And then, because me and Mom, we talked a lot about this last night, and I was like, I understand that I should have said something. It wasn't my house. I should have introduced them. But I am so, I don't know the word, like, such an antisocial person that when I get around people, I don't know how I'm supposed to do things the correct way,
Listen, that's totally acceptable. I understand that. I understand, because I'm awkward around people as well. I'm extremely awkward around people I don't know.
That's like awkward. Like, I'm socially awkward.
That's nothing. Like, I'm going to tell you again, I don't blame you for it. I blame them. I blame them for the way that they acted, because now that I have confirmation that they physically knew I was coming, they even saw the salad that I made before I came. That's even more grounds for this to be unacceptable.
Yes, and I also want to say, like, I'm sorry I called you to vent about this and make it even worse, but when me and Mom were talking, that's the first time me and her had been in that house since they moved in, and it was my grandfather's house, so they knew beforehand that you were coming. And I told Mom, I said, was everyone not in the house when she arrived? Like, they walked by her, we were talking, and then everyone just leaves us in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's wild.
But they knew you were there. They were talking to you, and they that left us in.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. See, and I didn't even know that, because I don't know who they were. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my home. And that baffles me.
Okay, so the plot thickens. So they knew she was invited. According to the cousin or whoever, might be a family feud, knew she was invited. Now, I'm still giving that girl a side eye, because these people, they're your family. So, how did you have me in the middle of some mess? But let's move on, because these people, by every measure, are still crazy. Because guess what? The mother-in-law jumped in to actually defend Meanie and the Meanie husbands in this whole situation. Listen to this.
I'm here to clarify this story. It's not all true. It was not a party. You weren't coming to a party. You must have been misinformed. This was a cookout for the neighbors. Well, we realized that a strange lady that we have never seen before is walking into Jake and Stasia's house. So I do what anybody would do. I go in to see what's going on. Said, well, this is making Jake a little uncomfortable. He hasn't met you. Y'all haven't been introduced. Do you all care to come outside?
So again, they state that she's in the house, not welcome to be in there. And they say that she was the only person in the house without the homeowners. But remember, when Nicole first arrived, Jake was in the house and he chose not to introduce himself and instead walked out and went and told his mama that there was someone in the house that he didn't know. Also, she said this was a cookout, not a party. Like, they like to reiterate that. So I went ahead and I asked Google, is a cookout considered a party? And this is what was said. So yeah, it was a party. There was a water slide and all that. But then we hear the conversation that Nicole had with the friend afterwards. And that is where we find out that the whole group knew that Nicole was coming. And they actually saw a picture ahead of time of the food that she would bring in as well.
And I even told them before you showed up, I showed Stasia the food you were bringing. So they knew that my kid and my kid's parents, or my kid's friends' parents were
So
coming.
did they know or did they not know? That's the question here. The mom did post a video from in the house that she says backs up her claims, but it actually makes them worse because her caption says it will only allow 10-second increments for her. But here's a quick scenario of how this would have been handled in my house.
Okay, so right now you're probably thinking, all right, Meanie and her husband are horrible people. You guys are the villains of the 4th of July. There is so much going on in this country, and you guys reflected that in spirit. But guess what? It wasn't over because these town bullies literally doubled down and got the police involved. As a matter of fact, the sheriff. This is some bullying small town mess. Listen to this.
Why did the police end up at the antipasta lady house from the 4th of July party that wasn't a party, but it was a get-together of people who just happened to know each other, and she really wasn't supposed to be in the house because they didn't know who she was? Right. Why she comes home, and there's a card from, I think it was the sheriff's office. I'm going to, put the little screenshots here. So why she comes home and there's a card saying, to give her a call, and it's on her Ring camera, then pulling in the driveway in a personal vehicle, mind you. Exactly. Looking all over her property and stuff, looking for her and her husband. So she calls, what's going on? Y'all, why did somebody call the sheriff's office talking about, I'm going to play it for y'all.
They have a southern accent.
All of America. So someone called the sheriff's office, threatened the sheriff, and they think that it was her husband that did it. And hold on, have y'all seen the pictures of the house of Stasia Hicks and her husband? Because I thought it was a 10-bedroom brick mansion with a wraparound driveway on a cul-de-sac. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is getting crazy. What's crazy to me is she actually made a video and was how they told her to watch her back because the Hicks know everyone in town and Jeff Eads, whoever the hell that is, to watch her back and all this. Now she's getting harassed by the police. I really hope she protects herself though, because this is insane. All over an antipasta salad and some fireworks on the 4th of July. I'll be damned.
But guess what? The antipasta lady made a response. Because guess what? She woke up the next day and she dried her tears. And now she is ready for war. And you know what? I think Stassi, the big meanie, and her husband... Matter of fact, listen to this. I'll meet y'all after the jump.
Good morning. I want to address a few things this morning. I know my face looks really swollen still. It's because it is. I am allergic to my own tears. It sucks. I don't condone anybody threatening or attacking the Hicks. It's not right. I also want to reiterate a few things from my point of view. I walked into that house and I shook Stasia's hand after I put down the salad, and I even told her name was pretty. Jake did walk past me and ignore me in the kitchen. I didn't know who he was. My bad. I do think that I'm going to get backlash for this, for posting my personal experience and opinion with these people in this town. I have a feeling that they're going to retaliate in real life kind of thing. I have been notified that I should be worried about a man named Jeff Eds, and that family, the Hicks family, knows everybody in this town, and I better watch my back. It is what it is. What I find really weird is that they involved my child, and somebody from the school had tried to make him look bad, which is so weird to me because, first of all, he's a child, and second off, he was standing up for himself. I taught him that. I don't wish ill on them. I want them to stay as far away as possible from me. I will never step foot on their property again. I will never speak to them again, and I will never initiate any sort of contact. I want nothing to do with them. What they did was it sucked. And the behavior, as everybody has proved, was just not good. I have been guilty of being an asshole before. I mean, hello. I'm Italian. I'm a Sicilian. I definitely have had my fair share of fights and arguments and stuff, and I've been in the wrong so many times. I'm not perfect. I'm also, not ugly. Oh my gosh, my husband's sending me pictures. I don't base my worth on my looks, and I am totally fine with people thinking that I'm ugly. Cool. Like, how's that make you feel? Does that make you feel good? I still have the kid at my house with my son, and honest to God, I am terrified to drop him off. Like, I really hope that the mother initiates and comes and picks him up. I probably will tell her that she has to do that, because Hicks house, his house, Hicks house. Like, I'm not putting myself in that vicinity. It seems dangerous. The video that they posted of me in the house, I mean, I don't really understand why they did that, because it kind of validates what I was saying, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, I really wish that they would have just did the right thing, and, we could have moved on. This isn't my fault, and I'm not going to be gaslit into thinking that I did something wrong. Since all of this has happened, it's been literally impossible for me to focus and post the stuff that I love, like plants and herbalism, botany, my farm. I tried to sneak a couple things in there, but whatever. Thank you everybody for being so amazing to me. I have never felt this amount of love from anybody. Like, this is just, if I could thank you all personally, I've tried. I've literally tried. But it's so many. And I'm going to keep posting my stuff. And hopefully, since now that I'm in the creator fund, Stasia was so angry that I got in, even though I'm monetized on other platforms. Weird, right? Hopefully, I'll be able to afford to buy another house elsewhere, far away from here, and we'll just rent this one out to good city folk.
Listen, this story is developing, but I gotta know, whose side are you on? This is dividing TikTok. This is dividing America. And this is a welcome relief from everything else that is burning. I am sorry the antipasta lady had to go through this, but I gotta know, do you think she was tripping or not? This is what
It's the meat platter.
think.
The meat platter is what does it for me. Right to my heart, tugging on my heartstrings. She said, I spent $40 on that. I bought the good meat. She wanted to make a good impression. She put together this meat platter with care and with love, and it was so disrespected. She really, really, really wanted to set her kid up for success at this party. She wanted to meet new people and have a good time, and she was invited. I love a good meat platter. It's that thoughtfulness that is so like human and rare today. It gets to the same part of my heart. A dog playing with toys, or somebody who's sick in the hospital and they're holding a stuffed animal. Not to get all like deep about it, but then I think about the kindness of like when my mom was in hospice and all of her friends brought these beautiful casserole dishes for my dad and my brother and I to have. Nothing says kindness and purity than like making something for somebody. Who doesn't love a meat platter on 4th of July? The meat platter, I feel, is like the linchpin to this whole story because it says so much about the kind of person that she is and the kind of people that they are not. Did anybody eat the meat platter? Did anybody get to enjoy it at all? And can I have some of that meat?
Quite frankly, y'all treated this lady like trash. It doesn't matter if you knew who she was or not. She said she was invited here. The lady who invited her said, hey, I invited her. Stop acting like that. And you proceeded to act like that after she done brought you this $50 salad. I need to put a picture up of the salad. This is salad. Why are you, Stasia, and Jake Mama getting on TikTok talking about, oh, she's trying to make us look bad? It's not making you look bad if I just get on the internet and talk about what you did. That's on you if it looks bad, honey. That's not on me. Now, I usually don't be in white people business, but that shit is all over my timeline. Y'all need to go look it up. And I hope this lady is okay. I don't know her name, didn't catch her name because I was too focused on the mess. I'm sorry, girl. But I hope she's doing okay. And F them people. They were complete assholes to you. And I'm sorry that fucking happened. And Stasia, Jake, first of all, Jake's a bitch. Let's just start there. You know what? I'm gonna leave it.